Well, hey, everybody, this is Tanner Mulvihill over at Bayfield Home Loans, and I'm joined today by real estate superstar and homeowner in Embrey Mill, Ann Marley Green. Ann, how are you today?
I am doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And you know why, Ann?
Let's hear it.
We have finally started to see the rates come down. I'm about to call 15 of my best past clients and let them know you can get under 6% right now in a refinance. But we're here today to talk about Embry Mill. So let's get our first slide pulled up for the folks because I gave you some more homework and I said, let's talk about what's going on in the neighborhood. So the floor is yours. What are we looking at?
Yeah, we found out last video that we are both statistics nerds. So we thought, why not do some more of that in our videos? So just looking at the last month's sales, everything that sold was a single family home. There were only 5 homes, but 100% single family homes. Days on market ticked up a little bit. So about 24 days on average for a home to sell in Embrey Mill. The lowest one was $718,000 and the highest was $910,000. So
Wow.
we are inching up in those prices. There are 3 homes actively listed above $900,000 in the neighborhood. So,
And that's coming off of when we talked to either the last video or the video before that about $1 million home crossing that $1 million mark. So exciting times for single family homeowners and just anybody in Embryville.
Yep. Nope. It is exciting. We all, as neighbors here in Embrey Mill, want everyone to get the highest price humanly possible because it helps all of us at the end of the day.
That's right. Absolutely. Well, let's talk about some of the properties that we're going to talk about here. We're going to look at. So let me get that pulled up for us. And we'll just kind of work in order here. So the first one we'll talk about is currently on the market, this 158 Bugle Away. So tell us a little bit. What do we got?
Yep. So we've talked about a couple of these in our past videos. I'm obsessed with these 55 and older townhomes over in phase 3. There are only a handful of them, so it's always exciting when we see one come on.
Right.
Some have basements, some don't. This one does have a basement.
Okay.
And then has a really nice screened-in porch and a fenced-in yard. So only a year old, basically new, really gorgeous home. If anybody has, a family member that's 55 or older that wants to move into the area, this is a great opportunity to have them super close by, but have their own space.
Yeah, that's awesome. And let me ask you this. Is 55, do you have to be 55, do you know, or can you be like 54 and change? Like I know it, like some areas for the 55s, like it's close.
Well, don't quote me on this. It's been a really long time since I took my real estate exam, but I believe there is a certain percentage of the 55 and older sections of neighborhoods that can be less than 55. I think the minimum age is 45, so there's some wiggle room there. But if that was something somebody wants to look into, I will become an expert in 55 and older real estate law.
It's kind of interesting because for the people that really want that for like that one floor living, if you're in that 52, 53 range and you're looking around and you're not finding it, you're like, I really like Embrey. Like they might have to find out the rules on that one.
Yep. Yeah. No, they are great opportunities for people that are able to move into that section. You do have an additional HOA fee, but you get some extra amenities that the rest of us Embrey Millers don't get.
That's right. So it's almost like, back in the day, not you and not me, of course, but when we would have a fake driver's license to be able to, get alcohol when you're 19. Now I'm using, and again, not you or me, but somebody might be looking to use a fake driver's license to get into the 55 and older community. So
yeah, I really have been eyeing those pickleball and bocce courts for a long time. So.
It's a great looking house, and it'll be interesting to see how quickly this goes off the market because, again, when you're talking about a 1-year-old home that you don't have to wait for it to be built, you already know the colors are done. It looks great. It's, win for the next buyer.
Yep. They've already put their blinds in, already put the fence in. So all those expensive projects for new construction is already done.
That's right. All right. Well, next one we're going to talk about. This one is currently active under contract, and this is 176 Verbena Drive. So what's the word on this one?
Yeah, so this one is an exciting one to see under contract. It's been on the market for a while. It's been on the market since March of this year.
Interesting. Okay.
Had some temp off situations, came back on, and now is under contract. So it's going to be exciting to see where this one lands. Everyone always gets a little bit nervous when homes sit on the market for an extenuating long timeline in the neighborhood, but Embrey Mill is a great place to move. Lots of buyers moving in. So usually there's no issue getting a home sold at the end of the day.
And, there can certainly be lots of reasons why something can go off the market like that, right? Timing wise, or maybe the first buyer got cold feet and pulled out for their financing fell through or whatever it is. And then, so March was 5 months away, but it could have been a number of factors that led to it. Just bad timing sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes we really, as agents, rely pretty heavily on buyers' feedback after they tour a property. Anyone touring a property in this area, their agent is going to get a survey after the showing has ended asking for feedback on what their buyers thought of the home.
Mhm.
And sometimes we get that feedback and, buyers consistently across the board say something cosmetic needs to get done. So it's not uncommon for homes to get pulled off the market, for the sellers to do some extra work to, kind of meet the needs of that feedback and then push it back on. And now it's just like a brand new listing.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it's a beautiful looking property and they have the outdoor patio space. So it's great to see that it's going to be going to close here coming up and currently active under contract and built in 2018. So good looking home.
Yep.
All right, the last one to chat about. This is a beautiful property and 517 Apricot Street, closed 9/10. Wow.
Yep, proof is in the pudding. So this is one of those homes that listed on the higher end and sold over that $900,000 price mark. You can see some things I love about it. It does not look like any other home I have seen in Embrey Mill. They have done some really unique updates and touches to it, especially that sunroom. Just really gorgeous cosmetic updates they've done to the home. I know it went under contract pretty competitively. It was only on the market 10 days, so a little bit less than the average days on market that we're seeing for homes across the neighborhood.
And especially on the high end. I mean, just as you're going through the photos, you can just see kind of the unique touches that they've put on this particular property. Beautiful home office right there. Let's see if I can get up to the primary bedroom for folks. Let's get to some other pictures here and let's share this tab instead. So let's get over to the primary. Let's take a look at that. But first, let's just kind of gander at this again. I mean, that's your kitchen. I mean, that's like, we have never seen anything like that. And we look at these all the time.
Yeah, and it backs to those trees too. So even though you're in Embrey Mill and your house is still close to your neighbor's house, from that viewpoint, washing dishes looks like you're on acreage.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What a unique feature that's just, I mean, is that something that you could have requested from the builder or they did that themselves? Like where do you think this came from?
I am almost positive that happened after the fact. They must have done that themselves. I've been to lots of design center meetings for people building the neighborhood. Never seen that as an option, but it is beautiful. They did a really good job with it.
Yeah, and just even this half bath on the level there, so it's like every room that's kind of the ones that really stood out. But let's say getting to the primary again here for the folks. So here we are in the primary, just kind of like our normal Embrey Mill homes, beautiful, very large, spacious room. Kind of have a unique light fixture there. So yeah, very nice.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful home.
And the bathroom, I mean, this custom wallpaper, I mean, again, this isn't like what the builder's putting in for them. So
no, they definitely took some time going through it to add special touches to each room to make it a little bit unique, a little bit more elevated. And the color options they picked out, they did a really great job. Something to consider now that the homes are getting up into that higher, close to $1 million price point. Buyers that are looking in the $900,000 range or above, they are absolutely looking for a home that is move-in ready, that they do not have to do anything to. When your mortgage payment's that high, you don't want to be throwing on projects on top of that as well. So that is something to consider if you are thinking of putting your house on the market for a higher price. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be ready to go.
Well, in this one, you can see they have a great patio area here with a lot of pavers. So, they spent some money on the pavers too. So that's good sized yard. And like you talked about in the one picture that we looked at, you're looking out to the trees, which is great.
Yep. Yeah, it's a
Awesome.
great home, great lot.
All right. So kind of some final last thoughts for the folks of Embrey as we're heading in towards school year here.
Yeah, yeah. So there are a lot of homes currently on the market in our neighborhood. There are 2 coming soon and 17 active as of us recording this video. This is the normal slowdown time of year where we
Yeah.
see, the market just really take a little bit longer to get homes sold. So it's not surprising that those homes are sticking out a little bit longer. I think for the active homes, average days on market is 56 right now, which is a little bit up from the solds. So just if you're planning on putting your house on the market in the next couple of months, it's going to sell. It's going to be fine. It just might take a little bit longer.
And that's important to keep in mind. It's not, in some instances, they'll certainly fly off the market quickly, depending on if you put the wood beams in your sun porch there, they'll be gone quick. But otherwise, it's going to take a little bit of time. But they do need to get you in to come take a look because, as you mentioned earlier, about how when a property may go off the market because a lot of buyers coming through had notated something, you have that eye. Whereas if you came through my house, I've looked at that same spot 1,000 times, and now I don't even notice it.
Yep. No, I am working with a lot of buyers right now. I've seen so many houses over the past couple of weeks. And they all pretty much consistently say the same thing about homes that we go into. So if you want me to come out, walk through your house, it does not cost anything, does not tie you to anything, but I'm happy to point out things that you may want to consider doing before you get your house listed.
Yep. Perfect. Well, Ann, as always, thank you for hopping on with me, and we will see everybody next month with another update for Embry Mill.
Yep. Thanks for having me. See you next month.